Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now, I had posted the video that I was talking about to the Blessed Tribe, where you could see the brothers on there making their little arguments against black women and black women being raised as kings and being raised, and being quitters on their relationship and filing for divorce and just taking that angle, just playing right into the adversary hand. And a lot of people, and we see this all over social media, and I think that's where people pick it up from, is we see the comments all the time that says, I'm tired of this conversation. I'm tired of this conversation. Listen, you tired of the conversation and you ain't doing the talking. So how you think I feel about the conversation? I'm sick and tired of it, but that's the thing. That's why the Bible say, don't get weary in well doing. We can't get tired of it. We got to keep talking about it. We got to keep being an example. We got to keep shedding light. We got to keep disrupting their narrative, because if we get tired and we stop fighting, we stop standing up, we stop expressing that other side, showing that other side, the devil win. Because what the devil want is for us to get tired and to just let the narrative be that black relationships are done, that black women are unruly and unfit for marriage and all of that, and that black men can't get married and be faithful. That's what the adversary wants, because then he wins. Because who is more faithful to God? Black folks. When black folks believe in something, when black folks believe in a TV show, that TV show finna be number one. When black folks believe in a president, that president finna get elected. When black folks believe in a clothing brand, that clothing brand finna be the hottest brand on the face of the earth. When black people believe in a certain music genre, that music genre finna be the number one on the face of the earth. Anything that black people weigh in on and add their weight to, when we add our weight to anything, we tip the scale. We tip the scale in the favor of whatever side we leaning on. That's why when a president running, they going into the trenches and they want the black vote. They know they already got the white vote. They know the white people already believe that this is their country, so it's their duty to vote. This is a democracy, voting matters. And they know that black people feel disenfranchised, marginalized, like this is not their home, like their vote does not matter. So their whole goal of rock the vote is get black people to vote. You don't hear them saying we want to get Hispanic people to vote. We want to get Asian people to vote. They specifically targeting black people to vote. Now they're gonna have little other targets in little other communities, but what come out their mouth, even Biden, when he had that little slip of the tongue, his true feelings, and said that if you vote for Trump, you ain't even black. Had the nerve to tell black people, you don't get to choose who you vote for. You need to vote for me because I'm telling you what you want to hear and lying to you. And so, but he didn't say that he didn't say if you vote for Trump, you ain't Hispanic. If you vote for Trump, you ain't Asian. If you vote for Trump, you ain't black. When he probably did just as much or more than the Trump family. Because all of them come from the same thing. Old as Joe Biden was. What do you think Joe Biden was out there doing in the 60s? You see what I'm saying? So black people have to understand the power. And you can't get weary in well doing. So guess what? If you a woman and you classy and you respectable and you strong, then you need to have a voice. You need to start your YouTube. You need to show your life on Instagram Reels, on TikTok. You need to share your mindset. And if you don't want to do it on the media, then you need to make sure you continuously doing it and representing in your life. You need to be going to work. If you got a job and you going to work, you need to be going to work with your best foot forward, with your hair how it need to be, with your nails trimmed or groomed, with your skin taken care of and you working on that, your shoes clean, your deodorant on, your perfume or your laundry soap, and you need to step in and shut stuff down. When you step in there, everybody need to be breaking their neck. Oh my goodness, there she go. If you that woman, if you a good man, you got your head on right, you living right, doing the right thing, you growing, you need to be showing that. I'm one person. I'm online. I have a voice online, so I share that and I speak on real topics, stuff that we don't really want to talk about. My titles could be way more intense, but I try to tone my titles of my videos down because I don't like to do clickbait and I don't want YouTube to be out here trying to come after me. And so I try to tone it down, and then when you get in the message, you see I'm talking about some real stuff. And people say, oh, I'm tired of this conversation. Listen, we can't get tired of it because we in well-doing. The Bible say don't get weary in well-doing. We fighting a good fight. We representing something different, and we got to stay in the fight. Point blank period. We got to stay in the fight. And so when I'm going around, I know what people saying about black people. So today I had to go get Starbucks. Black people are said to have an attitude, said to be unruly, but yet the term Karen is for a white woman. We don't even have the equivalent term for a black woman. But yet they try to paint black women as unruly. But when you search Karens and you look at what Karen's doing, you cannot find the equivalent of black women just out here terrorizing people's life and just antagonizing, involving people who minding their business and blaming people. You're gonna find one or two online, but you can't find the equivalent. So how is it that black women so unruly and black women all of this, but the whole term that we got that every race is using is Karen, and that's referring to a white woman? So this is what we have to understand about these toxic, dangerous narratives that is created by Satan himself and then perpetuated by his minions online, spreading this false narrative. You taking a section of people, you taking isolated incidents, and then trying to make it seem like, oh, this the norm. This the norm. Yeah, as black people, we got more energy. We the best athletes on the planet. Look at who dominating in the sports realm. We got more energy. We got more oomph. We got more pizzazz. We known for our energy, for our dancing, our singing, our athleticism, our creativity. What you think hip-hop culture? Hip-hop culture has permeated and transcended and went around the globe and back. People who don't even speak English rapping English rap songs. A rapper who ain't even that big in the States can go over to Europe and sell out a whole venue because of hip-hop culture. You got to understand the power and the beauty of the black race, and even the people of other races who are not racist understand that. A lot of white people understand that. A lot of Asian people, a lot of Hispanic people understand that. Like when you look at a lot of Hispanic men, Hispanic women, they influenced by black culture. When you look at their music, it's influenced by hip-hop. When you look at the Asian and how they dancing, where you think them Asians dancing like that from the Jabberwockies and all that hip-hop dance? They dancing to hip-hop music. They not dancing to Asian music. And you look at how they dress. They wearing black brands. Them Asians be fly. They be fly. I seen them the other day. What they had on? Off-white. I was in Rodeo Drive. I saw two Asian boys. What they had on? Off-white by a black man, Virgil Abloh. Jordans, Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? Like, they wearing black brands, and these is Asian men out there fitted. And so people want to just downplay and just attack and talk about the black race and just how, oh, it's raggedy, it's broke, it's this, that, black women this, black women that, and not recognize the greatness. Not identify the greatness. And this is the thing, what God had me do. I could easily be upset with black women. I could look at my wife, and if I say something, or I'm talking to her, and she say something back to me, or she don't agree with something, I could look, hey, you need to shut up and listen. Hey, da. But instead, I have to look at that story. I got to walk a mile in her shoes. I got to see what she had to put up with, see what she had to deal with. Then when I hear her story, and I hear what a man tried to do at 3-year-old, what a man tried to do at 6, what a man tried to do at 17, 18, then I start to realize, okay, this why this strength had to be developed, because she was under attack, because she was being victimized, because men was trying to take her innocence. This why this guard has been put up. And that's what people don't understand. It's like when you living in poverty and your mama working 2-3 jobs and you home alone, and it's men in your neighborhood, the granddaddy that's retired and living with his kids, and he around there tiptoeing trying to touch on the young lady, and the uncle that's on drugs, and you in the hood, you in the projects, you in Section 8, you got to be tough as a black woman. You got to learn how to stand your ground. You got to learn how to fight. My cousin, who is a man, got in a fight with a girl in the 8th grade in the cafeteria, and that girl wore him out. But why is she having to fight a man in the 8th grade? Why is boys fighting girls? You see what I'm saying? So black women ain't got no choice, because what a lot of them come from. But we not identifying that. We not identifying the fact that it's not a lot of white women, white girls that got to fight white boys growing up, because of the function and the money and the stability that they come from, because of the power dynamics in the country. So when you got more money and you got more opportunity and you got more education and all of those things, y'all gotta forgive him. I owed him a 15-year-old one 10-piece nugget. And listen, I don't want to hear all that. Oh, you eat a nugget? Oh, listen. We live real life, so don't get blocked. Yes, can I have a 10-piece nugget with 2 barbecue sauce?
10-piece with barbecue sauce?
Yep.
Okay, anything else?
That'll be all.
Thank you. For 51.
So he got a pen put in his wrist, and he say sometimes when you going through stuff like that, you just want you some junk food. He got a pen, he got surgery and had a pen put in his wrist, and got his cast on, and he got to take this strong medicine like codeine or something like that. So he wants some junkie. Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sister wanted to have a little more conversation. And see, that sister in live life. And see, that's the thing. I'm not finna judge this sister. This sister working at McDonald's, and I could look at her and I could see she done live life. She done went through some things. If I could ask that woman her story, it will turn your stomach. All right, you too. And then at the next one though, Black woman at the first window, Hispanic woman at the next window. What is black and Hispanic in America considered? Minorities. And where they working at? McDonald's. What are they? They women in their 40s working the drive-thru at McDonald's in their 40s. Now you tell me what that story is. You tell me what that story. Now you're gonna see some white women too. In certain McDonald's, you're gonna see white women too. So then what does that tell you? Everybody across the board got some kind of dysfunction, some kind of pain, got some kind of story. And guess what they doing? They making a living. Some McDonald's paying $20 an hour, so we can't even say that's a bad job, that's a no good job. Like, we can't even look down on it. But it's all about how you want to see things, how you want to look at things. And so I forgot what I was talking about when I got up there. When we take and we look at the story and we start to understand and we start to see the greatness and you walk through, then you're going to see, okay, you in this neighborhood, you got to develop this kind of strength. You got to be this strong. You got to be this way, or else you're going to get devoured. And then when we look and we look at the white race or even the Asian race that come to America, now I know an Asian who come from the hood. I met an Asian guy who come from the hood, but that's the only one I know. The rest of them, the other Asians you see that's in America, and he Vietnamese. A lot of times I see Chinese, and they be doing good. They be doing good. But it's always gonna be exceptions to the rule. And so when you look at this, if your race runs the country, your race is the president all 46 times except for once. Your race is the president. Your race is the CEOs of the biggest companies. Your race is the richest men in the world, the richest people in the world. And your race is not discriminated against. There's an open door. You could get education. Nothing is held back from you. Then you're gonna have stability. So therefore, a white woman does not have to, on average, walk around with a defense mechanism, with a guard up, with a wall up, because the world is her oyster. That's where the saying come from. They didn't say the world is your oyster. That wasn't talking to black people. The world is your playground. That wasn't talking to black people. That's what we got to realize and understand. Ma'am, please. This sister here, boy, she looking at this car, white woman, she done stopped way back here, staring at this here car, all in my car. Ma'am, thank you. Thank you. But guess what now? It's these black men, they'll try to paint the black women, oh, it's gold diggers. Do you know? Now, that was a sister say, I like your car. I like your car. I could count on one hand how many black women have told me they like my car. Don't pay me no mind. White women, break their neck. Stop everything they're doing. That lady stopped in the middle of the street. Look at this car. Like this car right here got 2 car lengths beside them. And she stopped way back here. White woman, staring at this car. When I pulled up yesterday, now I'm in a Bentley. When I pulled up, and I'm just sharing it so you understand what I'm talking about, because I don't want to leave you hanging. 2 white ladies standing in the store, they stopped everything they were doing, looked out the store and stared at this car. Watch me get out, watch me walk, watch me come back, watch me every step of the way. But yet, these black men will get online and just paint black women as gold diggers. And don't even realize that this every single race of woman gonna have something in somebody that you could point out and say something negative about. Why do you think that these black men in the NBA, and they showed a picture of these black boys and they had these black men in the NBA on the New York Knicks, got a white woman. Some of these men look like they done been stepped on, and they got a beautiful white girlfriend. Since when has a beautiful white woman wanted a black man that looked like he got stepped on? And when I say that, I ain't trying to be derogatory, but just saying based on society standards, based on society beauty standards. Some of these black men look like they done got stepped on and got a beautiful white woman. Why do you think that is? Do you just think that these white women, out of all of the white people in the world, just so happen to see the beauty of this black man's heart? No. She see that bank account. And the two white girls I dated in high school, both of their dad told them, you cannot be with a black guy. And we had to break up. So what changed when a black man become a millionaire? Why is the black male millionaire an exception to the rule? Because he got money. And so what white men and white women who are parents, what they care about more than race is financial stability. If you're gonna be financially stable, date who you want to date. But what we cannot allow is for our family to be economically impoverished. So if you want to be a black man, be with a black man, he better be a millionaire or 100,000 now, if that's what we come from. Now, if they come from the trailer park, if they come from the hood, they grew up around black people or Hispanic people, and so they don't trip. They assimilate, and they are treated by white people from the suburbs. They treat it no different than the black people in the trailer park and in the hood. So that's why white people at that level they could still be racist, but they'll date outside their race because that's what they're around. And this is what we have to be real about. But it's so many black men that's going online and painting this narrative of black women that is not true. Yes, you can find isolated incidents and you can find some examples, but if you look into the stimuli, now you understand what caused this behavior. And then you realize that for everyone that has this unruly, wild, disrespectful behavior, there is a woman who knows how to carry herself with dignity and respect, but we're not addressing that. And you got to be a man who done been out here with multiple women and the seen and saw how it worked. When I dated a white girl in college, she slept with 5 other black men while we was dating for that year. That has never happened to me in a black relationship. It's never happened to me. One of the black ladies in the Blessed tribe say she was raised around white people, and that she believed that black women were superior morally to white women because of what she saw the white women do for men. I can attest to that, because when I was in high school and in college, there would be several white women who would allow black men and white men to run the train on them, meaning 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 at the same time. And black women were not doing that. I have never had a black woman, one time, I'll take that back, one time out of the thousands that I've met, never have I had a black woman ask me, can she give me oral? But the amount of white women that have said that and wanted to do that, your teeth will fall out your mouth. But we're not talking about that. And this ain't no knock against the white women who watch this video and who support me, because the white women who watch this video probably can also tell you stories. And there's a lot of white women that then come in the comments and say, listen, I don't understand this talk about the black woman, because I've always seen black women as beautiful and strong and gracious, and some of the nicest people to me have been black women. It's been white women that then come in the comments and said that. And so black women are protectors, they riders. That's why when you see the white woman with all the black friends, the black girlfriends, that's why, because she know they gonna ride for her. She know they gonna throw hands. She know that if you want to see her, she know she could start a fight and not have to fight, because black women are protectors. Black women, the black woman who was on the video that jumped at the white man and was trying to swing on him, she wasn't doing it for herself. She said, don't try my boyfriend like that. She said, don't ever try my boyfriend like that. She was fighting for her man. That's how my wife be. At a game, if the parents get loud, they get rowdy, stuff go to getting heated, she'll jump up before I jump up. She be ready to throw hands for me. Black women is protectors. And that's what has to be told, the truth. What you see a black woman do for her child. How many times you see black women bailing out their son, bailing out their brother, bailing out their grandson, bailing out their uncle, their cousin. Black women is protectors. Black women is not quitters. It take a lot. It take a lot to break a black woman and make her give up. And so that's why when a black woman say she done with black men and she going to white men, I can't even blame her. I can't even blame her. Go ahead, sister. God bless you. Go ahead. Because I know you done been to HE double hockey sticks and back. Go ahead, sister. God bless you. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Go on get your white man. If that's your refuge, if that's your safe place, if that's your safe haven, go ahead. God bless you. God bless you. We praying for you. I ain't mad at you. But we fail to acknowledge the trauma. And so this the moral of this here story. Is we have to be the change. We have to be the difference. We have to be the exceptions to the rule, if that's what they want to call it, until it becomes the norm. We got to be the exception until it becomes the norm. We have to be different, and then we raise our children to be different. So then when people see, now we've created a whole family that's different. So as our family is moving through these here streets in our community, in our city, we upending the narratives and the stereotypes that people have about black people when they interact with us. My son went to have surgery. When he was coming to from the medication, they say he kept saying, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, when he coming to. They say he is the most respectful kid they done ever had. And guess what? He a black boy. He's a black boy. So guess what? They will forever, all them white women and Hispanic women, black women, whoever's in there, all of them will see black boys differently. They can't lump black boys into this one little narrative going forward, because of my son shifted that narrative. Anybody who meet my sons, they shift their narrative. When I go to a restaurant, I was talking about when I was at Starbucks earlier, I had to wait 30, 40 minutes for my Starbucks order. The young lady just over there just struggling with them orders. They expected me as a male and as a black man to get rude, to get loud. And I done been that guy before now. But now I'm more conscious of it, because I realize I have to help change the narrative. So this is what I want you to understand. We can't get tired. And I got to talk about this stuff until stuff start to change. So y'all forgive me and bear with me and understand the purpose of it, and start living your life the right way and sharing your stories and getting in the fight, joining the fight, and making sure that you shifting the narrative. Hey, this Tony Gaston, God bless you. I'm finna shoot some more videos because I still got to go out again. I had to go out and get Starbucks earlier, then I had to go get my son to hit McDonald's. Now I got to go check on my car and crank it up because it's getting cold. So I'll be back with another video soon. God bless you.